Hi everyone, it's Nicole here for Spellbinders with 10 cards created with the February 2019 Card Kit of the Month. One of my favorite challenges to do with the Card Kit of the Month is to create 10 cards with the 10 card bases and envelopes that come in the kit. You can create many more cards than just the 10 from the card bases and envelopes that you get, but I always think it's fun to just go ahead and create at least that many with the kit, and then you can use the elements, the leftover elements, for many additional projects. I love all of the die cuts included in the kit, as well as the other very unique products. I'm going to start by opening up the kit and showing you everything you get inside. There is a little instructional guide that's super helpful for putting together the dies that are included in this kit. I will be sharing 2 cards I created with the swan dies. There is a stamp set included. This is the 10 cards and envelopes. There are some dimensional stickers that have glitter. These are beautiful. I used all 3 of those. There are some awesome puffy stickers. A fantastic 6x6 paper pad. Oh my gosh, you guys, I love the 6x6 paper pad included in this month's kit. Look at all these beautiful patterns. I'm especially partial to the text patterns on black, on white, all gold foiled, lots of gold foiled ones. Some other text, little polka dots, bigger polka dots, striped, and then of course some other fantastic patterns. There is a foil sticker sheet. These are amazing greetings. I will be sharing one of these on a card. A roll of adhesive tape, some foam adhesive squares, a couple of little tags here, a little jar of gold sequins. So cute. Cardstock in black and green and a gold foil, several different shades of pink, white, and then an awesome aqua. So lots of great cardstock choices here. You're going to have tons of leftover. I have so much leftover after I created all my projects. And then I am sharing these awesome foil die cuts. Now, the only thing I'm not showing you here in this little kit reveal are the swan dies. I will show you those here in a second. I kind of forgot to share those in this part of the video, but look at all of the dies you get. There are 2 of each design. I'm just going to kind of go through all of them to show you all of the die cuts you get. So think of all of the fast and easy cards you can make with these. One of my favorite things to do with these videos is to show you some things you can create with these die cuts, because it's really quick and easy. You might not always think of using these pre-made die cuts for your card making, but with a few little tweaks you can really customize them to not only create quick and easy cards, but cards that really show your style. We're going to start with one of the birthday cards, the one on the left with the little happy birthday coming out from it. We're going to use cardstock from the kit, one of the foiled pattern papers from the kit, the die cut foiled shape, and then in addition to what comes in the card kit of the month, I'm going to be using a sentiment from the Glimmer hot foil kit of the month to foil the happy birthday sentiment and then die cut that into a little banner with the die to add to my card. So first we're trimming down our foil pattern paper and also the aqua cardstock, and we're going to create a strip down the center of the card. This is one of my favorite go-to easy techniques for just adding pattern paper backgrounds, framing it up with a little cardstock, adding some awesome interest here, and then we're going to pop the candles up with foam adhesive so that they really show some difference between the background and the candles. popping them up with foam adhesive works really, really well. I'm adhering that pattern paper. We'll adhere the whole thing to one of the white card bases. And I'm just centering it here. We'll trim off anything. I probably didn't get it measured just exactly. Now in the kit, I showed you when I was doing the reveal, there are some foam adhesive squares. You can use these. I also end up using all of the kind of negative space from these as well. It all has foam adhesive on it, so I try to use every little bit. Because I use so much foam adhesive in my projects today, I will need to use some additional foam adhesive from my stash, but I love that foam adhesive comes in the kit each month. I love that an adhesive roll comes in the kit each month. This is fantastic because everything you need to start creating right away is included. Once I get my foam adhesive down, we're going to peel off the backing paper from all these little pieces and then pop this down kind of in the upper 2/3 of this pattern paper background. And make sure that you get that foam adhesive up on the tippy top little lit candle part so that those don't fold down when you put this in the mail. You can also see around my work surface, I've got lots of stuff out here from Spellbinders. Just pre-planning my cards and projects. Those are the swan dies included in the kit. I've got my Glimmer hot foil out here, the Glimmer kit. So now I'm going to take one of these dimensional stickers and we are going to pop it into the right corner of these candles. I really love the flower with the candles. Makes for a really beautiful floral type of card, birthday card. I did end up having to remove that adhesive square just a little bit. I'm just kind of peeling it off with my fingers. It wasn't laying as nice as I wanted it to. That foam adhesive square wasn't quite where I wanted it to be. So I'm just going to move and add some additional foam adhesive and remove that one from the center so that I can get this laid down exactly the way I want it to look. The final step for this card is foiling a little banner to pop on the card. I think the Glimmer Hot Foil February kit is phenomenal. It's sentiments, little sentiments, which are my favorite. Little sentiment strips have always been my favorite, and I think they work really well mixed and matched with the other kits from Spellbinders and other product you have just at home. So here's what that Spellbinders Hot Foil Kit of the Month looks like. Couple of banner options. Look at all of those sentiments. We're of course going to use Happy Birthday for the candle card. Before I do the hot foil, in fact my machine is heating up as we speak, but I want to put some Nuvo crystal drops in White Blizzard on the little lit part of the candles so that can start drying. And so I went ahead and did that part. As I mentioned, my machine is heating up, so it all kind of works out really well. Now that I have my machine heated up, I'm going to put Happy Birthday down. We're going to put our foil down. So let's go ahead and put down our Glimmer Hot Foil plate. We're going to put the foil down, shiny side down. We're going to pop our cardstock scrap there in place. Put our shim and our cutting plate or our glimmer plate on top, run that through the die cutting machine. When it's heated up, we can just pull off our foil and look at that beautiful Happy Birthday foiled sentiment. I'm going to then take the coordinating die with the Glimmer Hot Foil February Kit of the Month, and we're going to die cut this. I don't have to worry about that right side cutting perfectly because it's going to be tucked under the flower anyway, so it's a great use for this scrap of cardstock. Then we're simply going to glue that right there in place along the bottom edge of the candles. Isn't that so cute? Great little finishing touch here to my first card, which is a birthday card. Love all the foiling on these die cuts. Here is another example. I used the other half of the pattern paper for the background here that I used for my birthday card, matted it on some of the raspberry cardstock. We again are going to use this Glimmer Hot Foil Kit of the Month to make this into a thank you card. So instead of using the happy birthday greeting, we're going to use thank you, and we are going to actually die cut this completely with that banner die so that we get both of the little notched ends for the banner, and we're going to tuck it or adhere it right over where these two floral die cuts meet. This is a great way to implement more die cuts on a design and use multiples and kind of hide where they meet up because it doesn't look very pretty. And we're just adding a simple banner. Very, very easy, super simple, a very quick and easy thank you card. Love having those on hand. We're going to pop that down in place to finish off the card. One additional thing that I did for this design that I did on the last card as well, I'm going to take Nuvo Crystal Drops in White Blizzard, which is going to be that iridescent sparkle, and we're going to go over some of the flowers. I think maybe I only did the pink flower in the center for these. It's really up to you if you want to or not. There's beautiful foiling. You wouldn't have to add anything extra. But I did go over the pink flowers just to add a little touch of sparkle to my thank you card. I'm even kind of curling up the edges of my thank you banner a little bit. Look how pretty that is. I love doing this. You could do this with lots of the dies in the kit. The gift packages you see up there would be really cute like this. The candles could have been done like this where they're up at the top and at the bottom. That would have been a cute design as well. I love using both dies to create little designs like this. And then once we have the Nuvo Crystal Drops in place, we're going to set this aside to dry, and we're going to work on another card design, kind of going back to a happy birthday card design and grouping multiple die cut images together to create a scene. So we've got those penguins, we've got the little wolf there, party hats, balloons, great for a birthday card. This time we're going to use the little tiny polka dot on the gold foiled polka dot on the white background, and then the gold foil text on black. I'm simply trimming this down to fit the A2 card front on my card design. We're going to glue our pattern papers in place on our card base, and then we're going to tuck the pre-made die cuts along that edge. Black cardstock from the kit is going to be foiled with the happy birthday sentiment from that Glimmer Hot Foil February kit, much like we did on the first card, but this time we're going to do it on a black cardstock strip that's going to span the entire card. This is one of my other favorite kind of backgrounds to create. So we've got our pattern paper. Let's go ahead and glue our die cuts down. I can't resist. I love going through the die cuts in the kit and grouping together things that I think naturally go together. In this case, the penguins have a balloon, the wolf has a party hat, and then there's a Let's Party balloon that I thought would be cute to appear to be being held by the penguins. And so we're going to group those three together, and it really just kind of looks like they all go together. If you wanted to, create two of these cards. We have two of all of these die cuts. While you have everything out, create multiples. You'll have tons of cards on hand, a card right there when you need a birthday card to send to someone. Even though the Let's Party balloon on this is pink, I think this card with the critters that are on here, the rest of the colors that are on here, the gold foiling, and the way this sentiment is, this could be a masculine birthday card very easily. You could even leave off the Let's Party balloon if you wanted to, so that there isn't any of that pink, and that would work as well. I'm going to take Nuvo Crystal Drops and add that to the cheeks on the penguins and on the wolf. And just like our other cards where I used the Glimmer Hot Foil February kit, we will be foiling the happy birthday. I'm just going to take a cardstock strip this time. I will say it's much, much easier to start with a bigger cardstock strip and trim it down than trying to use this little skinny strip. I totally lucked out and it worked. I tried to do it later on. It didn't work so well. That's where that long border die that comes with the hot foil kit comes in so handy. Now I'm even adding some gold Nuvo Crystal Drops to the end of, or before and after the happy birthday to finish that one off nice. Next, we are going to move on to this other text style background. This is kind of like the hello background. It's a lot of black and gray, mostly grayish text on white. I trimmed it to 4 inches by 5 1/4. We are popping up the You Are Beautiful die cut right there in the top kind of 2/3 of the card and using those remaining 2 dimensional layered cardstock stickers from the kit to frame up the top left corner and the bottom right. So it's going to be You Are Beautiful, Best Wishes. I think this would work for several different occasions, but again, a great birthday card. Wouldn't this be great to send to your friend, really beautiful, super fast and easy. I did not even use Nuvo Crystal Drops. These die cut stickers, the flowers, are already glittered. That was it for that one, you guys. So fast. Next, I am going to create a background with the black pattern paper with the gold foil text. Now I forgot I should not have put adhesive on it. I actually want to kind of create my own pattern, and that's taking all of the butterflies. There's 6 butterflies in this kit, and I'm going to create a pattern paper background with those. So layering my butterflies on the text print, and then we're going to pop the happy everything in the center of this design with foam adhesive. So this single card features 7 of the foiled die cuts. Now to get more out of these die cuts, I'm trimming off anything that hangs off the edge, and I can tuck little bits and pieces of those butterflies in areas that need a little something filled in. So trying to use up as much of these as possible. Really pretty. There's 2 of each size, so kind of a small, medium, and large. Aren't those pretty? And I think it just really looks like a text background with butterflies. I did trim down the background pattern paper to 4 inches by 5 1/4 because I really felt like it needed it to tie into the white outline on the butterflies, I guess is what I want to say. And then the white outline on the sentiment we're using. Just snipping all those little pieces off. I've reused several. And we're going to tuck another little wing up here in the top left corner. And then we can put this background right on our card base. The final thing for this card, again, I'm not adding anything extra. Pattern paper and die cuts. That's it. So easy. We will pop up happy everything with some foam adhesive squares. That's going to help make it pop from our pretty busy background. This card will work for a lot of different occasions, but again, if you need lots of birthday cards on hand, I think this would make a nice birthday card as well. We have just a few more cards to create. Look at all that beautiful foiling. Lots of quick ones here. Gonna go through these fairly quickly. Again, this is gonna be a 4-inch background by 5 1/4. And then it's the white background with like the gold script text. We're gonna pop up the swan. So pretty. We're gonna pop that up right there in the center of the card. This is another super simple design. We are gonna add a little bit of detailing to this one with Nuvo crystal drops on some of the flowers and things and on the beak of the swan. But there are some puffy stickers in the kit. I'm going to take the bow, I'm going to take this white and black bow and stick it on the neck of the swan, and I'm even going to add Nuvo crystal drops to this to help it tie into my design just a little bit better. The sentiment we're going to use from the Glimmer Hot Foil Kit, February kit, is Just For You, which we're going to be foiling on black cardstock and die cutting with the banner die, the notched banner die, and popping right underneath our swan. This is yet another example of a sentiment that's going to work for a lot of different occasions. Can be birthday, can be just saying hello, all kinds of things. And we're going to adhere that directly to the background right there underneath our swan. Very, very fun. Next, I am going to create another text background. This one is going to have a little stripy foil background along the bottom edge. This is a 4-inch by 5 1/4 inch background, so it's going to have a white border all the way around. We're going to group the vase of flowers and then the little plant there next to it. We're going to add a foiled sentiment strip between the top and the bottom of the card design. This is very much like that happy birthday card with the group of penguins and wolf and balloons that I shared a little bit ago. Very similar in design, but a different style of card. This one is a hello there card. Foil, or added some Nuvo crystal drops to some of the flowers and things, added some Nuvo crystal drops in gold, and that card's done. Let's move on to the dies in the kit. I love that in the kit, the card kit, there is an exclusive set of dies, which is just phenomenal. That's what Spellbinders is known for, and I think they just outdo themselves every month. This month it is a swan. Gorgeous, so pretty. I love this design. I am using that same white background with gold foil text pattern paper cut into a strip. We're framing it up with some gold foil cardstock from the kit. This is a very elegant design card. Lots of golds and pinks. And I had such a time getting my little foil strips down the sides. I wanted them to be back behind the pattern paper cardstock. And I know a lot of times I will just trim my background piece that I'm matting it on bigger. But if you want to save as much of that gold foil cardstock as possible in the kit, this is just a little product saver so that you have lots left over. Because I still have like over 3/4 of a sheet left from the kit, even with all of the gold foil things I did here. Greetings and leaves and centers of flowers and layering back behind swan wings, all kinds of things. I die cut a bunch of stuff from the gold foil cardstock and I still have loads left. But it did give me quite a lot of trouble trying to get this. It's a little tricky. I think if I would do this again, I would really just be conscious of die cutting my strips evenly. I did not cut them the same width. I would cut them evenly and probably just pop them on top going down the sides so I didn't have to try to tuck them underneath because that was kind of a pain. Now I am assembling my swan. To get that shadowed look, I die cut the swan from white cardstock and black cardstock from the kit, slightly offset that swan and popped it in place. Then the wing of the swan is die cut from white cardstock and gold foil cardstock and tucked and adhered to the swan. There's the beak and the rest of the face. There's the crown on top of the swan's head, which is from the gold foil. We've got little groupings of florals, all of these. Every single die here is from the card kit. This is the exclusive die set from the card kit. We're adding these little layered flowers. These are the cardstocks from the kit in the 3 pink shades. The only paper on this card that I did not use from the kit is the orange of the swan beak, and I used a scrap from my stash from that because I just really wanted a certain color of orange and there wasn't that color in the kit. Layering the flowers, adding the little centers, finishing it all up so beautifully. And then we're going to do the same thing down below. So it's really just framing up the swan. We've got a little grouping up on top and a little grouping down below. So you can see that it starts with the one gold piece with the 2 leaves at the end. I'm layering on the additional little gold leaf pieces and then layering my flowers, grouping them in the center. This adds such a pretty pop of color to the card. I did die cut 2 of each of the flowers and layer them together to give them a little bit more of a full look, but you could just do 1 if you wanted to save a little bit of time. Some glossy accents for the eye. I'm also going to add glossy accents to the beak. I don't know if I showed that here. And then we want to foil a sentiment to put down underneath. And I'm still putting together the flower card. I flopped back and flip-flopped back and forth quite a bit working on these. I was foiling both of these greetings at the same time. And I actually foiled this one with some rose gold foil that I had in my stash. And we're going to die cut it with the banner die with the notched ends to pop underneath our swan on our card. And these are those gold Nuvo crystal drops that I added to my flower card. It was much easier to do a lot of my foiling in one step. And that is going to be the finishing touch on this congratulations card. So, so pretty. I love all the white and gold and then those beautiful pink and rose gold touches. My next idea with the dies in the kit were to give kind of the reverse image of it. So it's not going to be quite as pretty die cut just simply because we're flipping it over, but I didn't really mind it too much because I love the swans facing each other for this Dreams Come True card. I first adhered the sticker from the kit on my white card base. I'm layering some of the gold foil stripe pattern paper with some of the aqua cardstock. And then we are going to assemble our swans, much like I did on the last card. This time though, you're going to see the assembly a little bit better where I am layering those swans, offsetting it just a little bit so it has that little bit of shadow. I think it just makes it stand out a little bit more. and they're forming a heart. Do you see how their necks and their beak or their faces form a little heart? We're going to place the beaks down, add the rest of the face, and the more you add here, the more beautiful these images become. I love that this one tiny little black piece helps form the beak and the eye. We're going to layer the wings. Again, we're layering the white cardstock over a gold foil cardstock. So instead of black, you're going to see just little hints of gold flipping up from the wings, which I love. And I like to take my finger and just kind of ruffle them a little bit so that they feather out a little bit better. Gives them a little bit more movement. We're going to glue those down. And now you're really starting to see these cute little swans come to life. Adding glossy accents to the beaks and the eye. It's funny how such a small thing like this makes such a huge difference, I think, in their faces. Then I'm grouping, this heart is actually from the large Die of the Month Club kit. Any little heart die or heart accent would work here. I die cut it from that raspberry cardstock in the card kit of the month. But I had that kit laying out and it had a heart in it and it worked perfect. So we got two little hearts coming up from our swans, covered in glossy accents, and then we're going to build our florals. We're going to have three, and we're going to do one on the right side with a little gold leaf accent coming out from behind. And on the left, we're going to have two pink flowers. Again, they're layered, so two flowers per, or two layers per flower. And then we're going to have two little pieces of gold leaves coming out and the little gold centers. And that is going to finish off this card. I think this would make a beautiful wedding or anniversary or love-themed card even. Just really, really fun. When you have critters like this, you can always try to reverse them. Just know that you might not get quite the detail that you get. You can see the difference, but it's still really beautiful and creates a nice card. Adding little white accents to my swans, and I even went back to my last card and added that little white accent to that because it makes a huge difference and I love how it looked. So there are our swan cards, and I'm going to just kind of flip back really quick, kind of to the first of the video. This candle die cut was one of my favorites, and I was really in the need of having lots of birthday cards, so I created another similar birthday card. We're framing it up with a different color of cardstock. This is the blush pink, and this time instead of a floral, we die cut the It's Your Day sentiment included with the dies in the card kit from some of that gold foil cardstock, and we're gluing them on top of our die cut, which has been adhered with foam adhesive. We took Nuvo crystal drops to the flames on the candles, and very simple, very easy birthday card just like that. And you get two birthday cards because there's two of these candle birthday cards because there are two die cuts of each design in the kit. We're going to finish our background of this card now with some little gold Nuvo crystal drops. Let's take a look at all 10 cards I created. Here are my two candle birthday cards. I'll grab all the rest of them. So the one on the left uses the die cut greeting, and the one on the right used the Glimmer hot foil kit greeting. Here is a little hello there card, grouping the foil die cuts, grouping pattern papers. Here's the birthday card that features the same kind of similar design. Two different occasions. We've got a swan card that says just for you. We have a thank you card using 2 of the florals. Backgrounds created. These cards were completely created with die cuts and pattern paper. Very easy. And we've got our swan cards created with the die cuts in the kit. These are the most labor-intensive cards from the kit. So beautiful, and of course the wonderful dies from Spellbinders. Thank you guys so much for joining me today for these 10 cards featuring the Spellbinders February 2019 card kit of the month. The supplies I used to create my cards are listed and linked below the video here on YouTube. Here are a couple more videos featuring Spellbinders that you might be interested in. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for joining me, and we'll catch you next time.